Welcome to the Movie Pick, where my dad and his co-host do a deep dive on their favorite movies and all the things they love about them. Hope you enjoy this week's movie pick, recorded in Jet Studios, and give us a rating, but only if it's a good one.
One last chance for peace. What a tagline for a movie.
Didn't work out.
No. Spoiler alert, if you haven't watched this movie, it did not work out. Did you know that was the tagline for the movie?
No, I didn't.
I didn't either. So I had to actually, like a lot of times if you look at the movie poster, it has a tagline on it.
Yeah, like at the bottom.
Yeah, didn't see this. I actually had to Google what is the tagline for Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
I was expecting you to say a quote from the movie, and then you said that. I'm like, is that a quote?
Yeah, not a quote. So welcome into the movie pick, and we are going to pick apart Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Which, man, so let's go in hot right here. If you were ranking the three, so you got, we're not even going to count Kingdom because it's kind of its own story. So Landon's here with us, and despite negative reviews, we have come back for a second Planet of the Apes.
Hello.
Yeah.
And guess what, guys? We're doing a third. We don't care what you say.
Yeah. This is for us. This is the one for us. No. It's been good reviews.
Nothing in the world could stop us from doing a third.
That's right. All good reviews when you're in. But so, rank the franchise for yourself. So you've got War. You go ahead. You say your thing.
I need to rewatch War again. If I remember correctly, I might go. I don't know. I might go War, then Rise, then Dawn.
Really?
Rise just had. So I might just go backwards. I might go
James Franco effect.
I might go War, Dawn, Rise.
Yeah.
Franco's good. Everything else aside, he was good in that movie.
Yeah.
It does have a lot more, like from an entertainment value and like a storyline value. Just this seeing like him growing up from Caesar when he was born, and like having so many more humans in it. And maybe I have this in my head. I started to mention this before the pod, then I kept it. I was talking to my wife about this, and she liked Rise better than this one.
Okay.
She may or may not have slept through the last 45 minutes of it.
Of this
last night.
Oh man.
I
don't see how. Like the last. Go ahead.
It was really loud.
Yeah.
I was shocked myself.
Yeah, and the last 45
are good.
Yes.
But I think it's because the first one has so many more humans in it. You have to be invested in this world to enjoy this, and then War as well, because it's a lot of monkey, a lot of ape. Which I am. Like, Caesar is awesome. Like, he's such a good character, and the story's good, so I care about that. But if you don't care for like watching monkeys do stuff in sign language and all that, and a piece together sentence every once in a while, then
what impressive sign language, by the way.
Yeah.
Like they just like hit their chest one time and they know, like, hey, I walked to Walmart, bought a few groceries, and I'm coming back. And all they did was hit their chest.
I don't know sign language that well. I've occasionally been around people who do it, but it seems like there's a lot more action going on for people to communicate things in the real world than you're right. It's like a head.
I don't think this was ASL. I don't think this was American Sign Language.
It was telepathy.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, so that might be in my head. I think originally when I watched it would probably go backwards in chronological order. It would go War 1, then Dawn, then Rise.
Sure.
But Rise does have something of like a good, like a cinematic value to it, because of seeing him grow up and the tension of he loves this person, but then he's seeing the bad things in the world and people hate him and all that.
Sure. So this is a hard trilogy to rank, just because all three are so strong.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of talked about that last time.
There's not a big gap in any of them.
There's not.
And I think a lot of trilogies you would have one where you'd be like, that's pretty clearly the weakest, at least.
Sure. Rise does feel like a separate movie than the other two. And that's almost kind of easy to detect because it's a different director.
Yeah.
The same guy directed 2 and 3, Matt, what was it, Reeves?
Reeves.
Yeah, Matt Reeves directed 2 and 3. And then Rupert something.
Wyatt.
That's right. Rupert Wyatt directed the first one.
Rupert Grint.
Grant.
Ron Weasley directed the first one.
A lot of Ruperts. We've covered a lot of Ruperts on this show. Because who is it? Rupert Everett? Isn't that
Yes.
from
Yeah.
My Best Friend's Wedding?
Yeah.
So, we've talked a lot of Rupert on this show. I've said the name Rupert more the last 3 months than I probably have 20 years before that.
Yeah, I mean, not really a common name you're going to find
I don't know a Rupert.
in the United States. I
Yeah.
think a lot of them are.
Yeah.
Are British lads.
Yeah, so the reason why Rupert Wyatt didn't come back for this one was like scheduling stuff. And because the original story, to Katie's point, the original story was still going to be, I think, a little more of a focus on the humans. And that's what he wanted. And the apes in this were going to be way more advanced. Like they were going to be maybe closer to the point of like in the 68 Planet of the Apes, where it was already like this kind of civilization, where here they're kind of living in the wild.
Yeah.
And they're still speaking in fragmented, like you said, sentences.
I've got some thoughts on
Okay.
on the speaking and stuff in general.
Yeah.
However, to your other point, James Franco was going to come back for the second one, right? They were gonna have his character,
Yep.
and he left because he didn't want to do it without Rupert Wyatt, right?
Yep.
I think they made the right. It was like an interesting. I feel like there are some people like Matt Reeves was like, there's like he was way more interested in the apes than the people.
Yeah.
Um,
And that shows when you watch 2 and 3 that he was way more interested in the apes.
Definitely. Well, because he's like, what the people are. There's good people, there's bad people. A lot of them are, just kind of this classic stereotypes of who it is. Did you, have you seen these quite a bit? Rewatch them every once in a while.
These movies?
All three.
Oh, yeah. I love them.
Because it'd been a few years since I watched them before we did this.
Yeah.
And I was I think if you would have asked me before how much they talk in the second and third one, the apes, like how well do they talk and smart, I would have said way more.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one, as we'll talk about, is they do advance more,
Yes.
especially Caesar, like how he talks.
Yeah.
It's more like that. Is it okay if I'm not getting into it too much?
No, dude, no.
Like
go.
at the first, when Caesar says no.
This is called the Landon Movie Pick Podcast.
Thank you. New logo.
For
every time I come on Spotify, then take it down.
Yes, we're changing everything.
Or he says go in this, not no.
Yes.
When he says go, and then they leave, and he tells Koba, follow.
Mm-hmm.
It's
a good impression, by the way. Yeah.
Was that like the first time? Because at the beginning of the movie, he's only doing sign language.
Yep.
Because they haven't seen humans in so long, they're all just doing sign language. Has he not talked at all or very little? I think until then, because it looks like he grabs his throat, like he's like having to readjust to talking more. And then as the movie goes, I feel like even when he's just around the apes, he starts talking more, and his sentences get long. Like he's kind of like warming up to it, or I guess not. Yeah, warming up to it, because I guess he hasn't really interacted with humans since we saw him talk to Franco at the end.
I think he only uses it for special points.
Yeah.
Like it's like, this is important, so I'm going to say this.
Mm-hmm.
But you could be right. Like it could be like he's exercising those throat muscles. Like they're kind of getting.
Well, it's kind of hard. And like when he talks at first, like when he says follow, like he barely says that well.
Right.
And then the more he starts talking, like when he's talking to the humans, by the end, he's pronouncing everything well. But it's still kind of like he's having to like grunt it out. And then if you watch like even the first scene of the third one, he's speaking in full sentences, just like an easy talk. Like it's not like a forced thing. And then you can see like the other ones, like Koba doesn't speak as well. Like he's having to work to do it. And then half of the other ones don't speak at all.
Right. Man, I loved every time Koba talked though. Like it was like just sinister.
Yeah.
Just sinister. We'll get to that though. So 2014 World Series, Giants over the Royals. And that was part of the Giants won at what, 10, 12, and 14. So what are your first memories of this movie, of Dawn of the Planet of the Apes?
I watched them it's essentially the same as Rise.
Yeah.
Because I watched them all together. I'd never seen them until, I'd say, 6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 years ago. Because
Was it 4? Maybe 3? I'm just kidding.
I watched this for the first time
Yesterday.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly when it was, but I watched it all together because
Yeah.
these were not the kind of movies that I thought I would enjoy, and I can't remember even why I started watching them.
Mm-hmm.
But then, as soon as I watched the second one, I watched all 3 of them.
Yeah.
So I remember really, really liking them because they're awesome movies. And I heard someone say this. I think it's true. I think this might be the most underrated trilogy. Or just movies in general. I mean, most of them, they're not talked about that much today.
They get forgotten.
Yeah.
Unjustifiably
and
forgotten.
They're awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I would high five whoever says that. No.
Did I interrupt? Did you ever finish ranking?
Oh, no, you didn't interrupt. Yeah. Yeah,
I'd like to hear your rankings, and I think the people would too.
The people have spoken.
Yeah.
No, I don't. It's so hard. Like, this one is kind of the, should we say Jensen middle child? Is that what we should call this one? This is the middle child. And so, like, that makes it hard, right? Because you've got Rise, which is the beginning of the story, War, which kind of caps off this trilogy, and this one is bridging the gap. Like, this is very much a bridge the gap movie.
I'd like for you to go more in depth and tell us in what ways is this Jensen, and are you implying that means it's better or worse, or
This movie's
or what?
fantastic.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get you in trouble.
Yeah, no. I would probably put this one as, this might be my favorite. Like, I really like this movie.
Yeah.
But I think when you're talking about it, it gets the middle child syndrome.
Yeah.
Like, where people kind of forget about this one because of how good the other two are. Even though this one's ranked, I think, higher on IMDb than War. So it's got like just a little bit, like 0.02.
Yeah.
They're all 3 high. They're all like 7.6s, and then 7.4, I think, for War. But not, this is one of the hardest to rank, just because it's like picking between, to me, like a cheeseburger and a taco. Like, I love both. How do you say which one's my favorite?
Yeah. I mean, that's a bad example because the cheeseburger's way better, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get your point.
Yeah. So the Rotten Tomatoes, well, this was a theater movie for me. Went with Bronny to see that one.
Oh, yeah. What did Bronny think about that?
Bronny loved it. Then we went to see War 3 years later in the movies.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Rotten Tomatoes, 91% on the tomato meter, which is the critics. 88% on the popcorn meter, which is us, the fans.
Yes.
But I think you have some like box office budget, and I think some 2014 top 5s for us or something.
Yeah, these did well. The first one I feel like did well, and this one like really made a lot of money. So the box office has made $710 million.
Wow.
Which is pretty impressive. The first one made $481 million, which is a lot on a $93 million budget. This one, way bigger budget, $170 million, but it made $710, which is a lot. I think a lot of movies at this point were just making a ton of money.
Yeah.
Like
people were going to movies like crazy.
When you look down, because this was I always like looking at the international box office. I'm like, I want to know.
Sure.
That's what matters to the studios. Like, they want to know how much is it making total.
It's the whole reason the Fast and Furious franchise survives.
Yeah, it is yes, that it makes all this money overseas.
Yeah.
It is interesting to look at the domestic box office too, to see which movies are popular in the country. But you go, this is 8th, and it's also 8th domestic, so it's the same.
Okay.
Both. Transformers: Age of Extinction was number 1, made over $1 billion
for the whole year. That was the number 1 movie?
Yes.
Globally or?
Globally.
Wow.
It was 5th. Those make a lot of movies overseas as well, because it was 5th domestically.
Yeah.
The Hobbit: Battle of the Five Armies was 2nd. Bad movie.
Makes sense.
I love the Hobbit book.
Yeah. It makes
those movies
sense.
didn't love. It makes sense.
Right.
Yes. Guardians of the Galaxy was third, which was the
Mhm.
#1 domestic box office.
Should be. There we go.
Over if you go down to the 7th, Captain America: Winter Soldier
Yeah.
was 7th, which I'm sure Marvel planned on being their biggest movie that year.
Yeah.
But Guardians of the Galaxy was huge. Maleficent was 4th.
I like Maleficent.
Yeah. I haven't seen it.
It's good.
Hunger Games: Mockingjay Part 1 was 5th.
Okay.
Those were obviously huge.
Yeah.
X-Men: Days of Future Past was
Loved it.
6th.
Loved
And
it.
then Captain America: Winter Soldier, and then this.
Nice. And that was kind of the global box
Yeah,
office,
so
correct?
so
Yeah.
the domestic was Guardians of the Galaxy 1,
Yeah.
Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1, 2, Captain America: Winter Soldier 3. I don't have a 4th on here.
It's all right.
Don't know where that is. Transformers: Age of Extinction, Maleficent, then X-Men: Days of Future Past.
Transformer, like once Shia left.
If I remember right, this was the first one that we saw this. This would be right. Yes, it was after Jensen and Bradley's wedding.
Yeah.
We went and saw this. I may have mentioned this before.
Yeah.
And it was horrible. Hated it. I'm like, I won't be watching
Yeah, this was the first Wahlberg edition.
these anymore. Yes. Because I liked they got a little, like the third one maybe was a little weird, but I liked all of them.
Oh, they're popcorn movies. Turn off the brain, just watch it, enjoy the movie. But after that original trilogy, they were bad, and then they got good with Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Like
I still haven't seen Bumblebee, but I've heard.
I would put that on the watch list.
I also had some other 2014. Again, it's probably once you get to 2010. This is every year, but it was just a big year. Other big movies this year too: Amazing Spider-Man 2,
nice,
Interstellar, Lego Movie, Big Hero 6, 22 Jump Street, How to Train Your Dragon 2, Edge of Tomorrow, Gone Girl. Like those are all popular movies, and I think Edge of Tomorrow's great.
Yeah, that's on the list.
I think you and I have talked about it.
Yeah, that's on the list. That one's happening.
Yeah. But those are all big movies that I feel like made a lot of money. So I think people are just like going to the theater more. I don't know.
2014 was a good movie year. I mean, it wasn't quite what, if you go back and listen to the Top Gun Maverick episode, I did get to have a little fun with Bradley because he was saying this movie, I think he was saying Top Gun cost like this many billions of dollars to make and it made trillions of dollars.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's happening here?
And you're like, did I forget how money works?
Yeah, I was really feeling like Dr. Evil in the moment. I was like, I don't know if I'm doing okay now, like compared to this. Like this movie's making trillions of dollars. I'm so poor.
This movie bought Amazon.
Yeah. This movie rules everything. All right. So as far as this movie goes, Dawn, do you think of this movie more as a drama or more of an action movie?
Drama.
Yeah.
Well, also though, I think it's the first half of the movie is a drama, and the second half is action. Like
so that's where we lost Katie, was with the action, probably.
Yeah. Yes. And and not enough at the human compound.
Right.
And then it dips back into drama. But I mean, once like the Koba shoots Caesar, the apes go attack, like it is like a full action movie. And then you dip into like when they're in the house.
Yeah.
It goes back into the drama.
Yeah, for sure.
But I would say you like go into it thinking it's going to be an action movie, and it's way more of like a personal drama.
I didn't realize really until the second time I watched it this week. I didn't realize how much of a drama it was over an action movie.
Yeah.
Like again, like the first, it's 2 hours, 10 minutes long. No wasted time. The runtime I was completely fine with. But when I'm first watching it, like the first hour and 15 is mostly just setup. Like there's little moments, but there's mostly just setup to get to our last 45-minute kind of mini little battle. But Matt Reeves, director of this movie, where do you land on our guy, Matt Reeves?
I mean, I haven't seen Cloverfield.
Oh, loved it.
But I love the Batman.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he did the 2022 Batman.
The Batman.
The Batman.
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
And Andy Serkis is
the Pattinson.
Yeah, Pattinson. And Andy Serkis is Alfred.
Yes.
And there's probably other people. maybe some crossover.
Yeah. Yeah, because
in that
usually
too that I
directors
can't
do that a
think of.
lot, where they get attached to an actor and they use them just over and over again.
Well, speaking of Matt Reeves,
Yeah.
what I didn't know, I've heard of this show, I've never seen it. He was the co-creator with J.J. Abrams
Mhm.
of Felicity
Yeah.
with Keri Russell,
Yep.
and so brought his girl back
Yep.
through this. Who's good in this?
So I didn't know that connection until this week, until
Yeah,
I started like really looking into this and looking into Matt Reeves. And like you said, I was like, oh, well, no wonder Keri Russell was in this,
yeah,
because it did feel like she came out of nowhere for this movie.
yes,
Like, she would not have been on my casting list. She did great, but she just wouldn't have been on my casting list. Glad she's in it,
yeah.
because I like Keri Russell.
Mm-hmm.
Every time she shows up in a movie, I think she does a great job. But it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, she's really good in it. It's not like a huge part, but she's good. And it looked like to me, because I guess I don't know how involved he was in Felicity the whole time, but that was
I
really the
think pretty
only
involved.
major thing. I assume that he all the way through.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell because I think it's what he creates a show. It shows them as writing every episode.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm assuming they're still doing
Right.
all of it. But aside from that, really those 4 movies, the Cloverfield, these 2, and then the Batman are the only movies he's done. So I've seen 3 of them, and those are all, I love them all.
Well,
So
you're forgetting The Pallbearer with David Schwimmer.
have you seen that?
No, never. It was it was during the mid '90s, right after Friends hit, and they were all like, besides Courtney Cox, really, even
Yeah.
though she was one that was in movies before that, they were all trying to force them into movies. They were
Yeah.
like, let's put Lisa Kudrow in Romeo and Michelle. Let's put, what was the Matt LeBlanc pitch where he was a baseball player with the
With the
monkey,
yeah,
with the
with the
monkey.
ape.
Yes, yeah,
Is that Ed?
something like that. But yeah, they were all like being kind of forced into these movie roles, like just trying to find, like, because the Friends actors were so
It's like we
popular.
have to capitalize on this. and
Yes.
very little success.
Yeah, very, very little success. Jennifer Aniston was the most successful one post Friends.
Yeah, and she wasn't really in that much during it, was she? I mean, she's
she
a fair,
was.
I was saying, I guess, like in the middle, like in the 90s,
Mhm.
and I could be wrong.
She was doing a lot of these too,
Yeah,
just like
but
Swimmer was and Perry and all that stuff.
yeah, but I mean, she's had a fantastic career.
Yeah, yeah. She's the one that went to like the superstar status.
Yeah,
Yeah, and partly because of just tabloids and magazines.
yeah, that certainly helped.
Yeah, but so full trust Matt Reeves. That is where I'm at.
Yeah,
Like if Matt Reeves' name, even though he's done very few things, the few things he's done, now I, again, never saw the pallbearer, but the few things I've seen, I'm like, this guy's great.
Yeah.
Like when I found out he was directing the Batman, I was all in.
Yeah.
Like I've got a friend Josh that, he's been on here and we were talking about it and he didn't know who he was because he hasn't watched the Planet of the Apes movies. And I'm sitting there like, man, you've got to watch these. If this guy's directing the Batman, I'm all in.
Yeah.
And it was really the same tone of movie as the Batman. All right, and then we got, obviously, back in action, Andy Serkis as Caesar. I didn't know that he had his own like motion capture company called like Imaginarium.
Oh no, I
Yeah,
didn't know
had no clue.
he should. He deserves it.
He does. And then Jason Clarke as Good Man Malcolm. You're a good man.
Good man.
So listen to this, like just this stretch right here. They were trying to make this guy like a star, and he's a good actor. He never became what I think it looked like he might be at this point, because there was Lawless, Zero Dark 30, Great Gatsby, White House Down, this, Terminator Genesis, and Everest, all within like a 3-year gap. Like that's a lot of movies.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of big roles.
Yes. He's normally I feel like he's normally playing a maniac too. He's
Yeah.
normally playing a crazy person. He played a good guy well,
Yeah.
but he is in a lot of stuff. Like I was looking through same thing, like what all has he done?
Yeah.
And I realized that it was there's so many things that I've seen that I'm like, oh yeah, he's in that, he's in that, he's in
Exactly.
that. But I think he always does play better, not as like a main. I don't know. He doesn't necessarily have the leading man. Like he's a handsome guy, but
Yeah.
he's not like he looks good for this world.
Yeah.
You know, like he's a little scraggly.
Yeah.
Doesn't have like perfect hair.
Right.
Looks like
he
he
looked.
hasn't slept.
Yeah.
Look like he hasn't slept a lot in the last 10 years.
Yeah. 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 It was. It's funny. So what you're saying is kind of Tia's hot take on Will Ferrell. Tia thinks Will Ferrell is better as the supporting guy,
Yeah.
rather than the main guy. And you're saying you think Jason Clarke is best served as that supporting guy.
I think he can play big roles,
Yeah.
and I don't know if he's necessarily. He could probably play a big like a.
Have you seen
Be
Everest?
the star. No, that's the one.
Yeah.
I kept seeing people talk about that, and I haven't seen it.
That would be my recommendation out of this one. Would be Everest. Everest would be the one. See, even my dog agrees.
Agree.
You should be watching Everest. And then we've got Toby Cabell
Yes.
as Koba, like the show stealer from this movie.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no.
No, go ahead.
He was great in the first one too, and very little screen time because he still played him in the first one, right?
No. No, it was a stuntman that played him in the first one.
Oh.
And so, like, this guy, I think, I might have to be fact checked.
I didn't even look at it. So I trust you.
Because I think that him and Judy Greer were like the two new actors for this movie. We'll get to her. There's some.
Yeah.
Did you see some of this stuff on her?
I read a little bit, but I just had like the general thoughts.
Yeah. We'll get to Judy Greer. There's some interesting Judy Greer for Planet of the Apes stuff coming up. That's really cool. But he played Doctor Doom in the 2015 trash bag of a movie.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four. Like that one. I remember I went to theaters, and it was one of the only movies where I remember talking to my friend. I was with Josh, and I was like, "Man, we might should just go over to Jurassic World or something." Like it was just that bad.
Yeah.
Like that Fantastic Four was that bad. Good scenery, like Doctor Doom looked cool, but the movie itself was just terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
He's in an episode of a show called Black Mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen that on Netflix?
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was like
Wasn't it scary?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's like an anthology, so every episode is different.
Okay.
And it's essentially like technology, like why it's bad.
Gotcha.
It's like a world it's always like most of them are very similar to our world today, but then there will be like one small technological invention that changes the world in some way, and his is something I can't remember what the title of it is. The episode, it's like where you have this thing implanted in your brain where you can like replay memories.
Oh wow.
And all that.
Wow.
And his episode is really good, and he's very good in it.
So that's kind of like Eternal Sunshine.
Yes,
type
but
thing. Yeah.
but every episode has a different little thing like that.
Okay.
That's good. It's not. I wouldn't. Yeah. It's not a recommend. Like you need to watch it with some filters and and stuff. All of it. It's not crazy, and some wouldn't have any of that stuff. But he was really good in that. He was playing a very unlikable character. But that was the first thing I'd seen.
Kind of pulled it off in this too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the first thing I'd seen him, and he's British.
So I didn't know that. Going back to Jason Clarke, didn't know he was British.
Australian.
Is he Australian? Okay, is that what he is? Okay, I knew it wasn't American.
Yeah, mate.
And when he started talking, I was like, well, that guy's not from Kansas. But
yeah, I've got some. I was on accent watch in this movie. I'm always on.
I bet you were.
I'm always on accent watch.
I bet you were.
I heard some slippage.
Any particulars you can remember?
Him, not words. Which he's good. We're
talking about Jason or
Jason
Toby?
Clarke.
Jason. Okay.
Oh no.
Go back to
Toby.
Malcolm. Okay, going back to Malcolm.
Jason Clarke is. He's usually good. Like he's done accents like Zero Dark 30. He's awesome in that. Yeah. And from what I remember,
great movie.
His accent is really good. Gary Oldman's a great actor, but you can catch some words. Same thing with Commissioner Gordon too. You can catch some words that
he over enunciates.
Yeah, there were some things that Jason Clarke said in this movie. I'm like, oh, I can tell you're not American. Yeah. I'm always hot on the trail of some foreigners trying to act like they're Americans.
That's funny. So we had. I wanted to mention this guy, Cody Smith McPhee as Alex. Didn't know he was Nightcrawler in the X-Men series.
Yeah.
Like now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it. Yeah. But didn't realize that was him. That's why I wanted to mention him. And then more on this guy later. We had Sir Gary Oldman as Dreyfus. But what you look like you're about to say something.
No.
Oh, but I mean, this guy's like the actor's actor in this movie, and just always when he shows up, he's one of those actors that when he shows up, it's almost like a stamp of approval on a movie, where you know, like this is at least going to be a quality film.
Would you mind if I ask a question about him and then also a comment or a piece of trivia I found about this with him?
Yeah, please.
I saw a quote. There's apparently a quote from Gary Oldman about this movie that was, "I don't like any of the I don't like most of the movies that I do, and I don't care for them. I just do them for a paycheck."
Sure.
But this one, apparently, he read the script and liked and actually wanted to do it. But I feel like he's one of those like British guys that's just like, he's not going to promote these movies and act like they're the best thing ever. He'll be like, I'm getting a paycheck.
Good for him.
I hate this movie. Didn't care for it. But I got paid. Bought a nice house with it. But apparently, he read this and liked it.
We all show up to work to get paid. I don't know why we think actors would be
any different.
Yes.
Yeah, like you want them to believe in it.
Yeah.
And like when they're promoting it on late night shows, it's like, yeah, they're acting then too.
Yes.
They're convincing you
to go see their movie.
Yes.
Yeah. They may think the movie's garbage.
More. Yeah.
And sometimes years later, they admit when a movie's garbage.
Yeah.
After all the money proceeds have stopped from the movie, they're like, you know what? This one isn't going to make me any money anymore, so I'm out.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny.
My question for his character.
Yeah. So, talking about Dreyfus here.
Dreyfus.
Yeah.
Did you get the feeling that there was some of his stuff cut? That there was some more meat on the bone that wasn't there?
I did get that feeling a little bit from him. There was another character that was, and I cannot remember the actor's name. Kier something.
Who's
also Australian.
At the very end. He's in the very end, like when they're in the thing with the TNT.
Yes, in the radio. And he was in Wedding Crashers. He was in The Breakup.
He's the weird brother in Wedding Crashers, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. And so like I spotted him in the movie and he has like no line. Like maybe a line or two that's not even like the camera focused on him.
But when Jason Clarke's holding the gun on him, he calls him by name.
Yeah.
And when you see his face, he's giving a performance.
Yes.
He's not just in a scene. You're like, this guy's built this character.
Yes.
And he's been acting in 10 different scenes.
Yes. Yeah, he was. I guarantee if we saw the deleted scenes, I didn't look this up. I guarantee if we looked at the deleted scenes, I think you're right. I think we'd probably get, and I want to go more on that, some more meat on the bone for Dreyfus, like some more interesting subplot to his story. But I think our guy, blanking on his name, but
it's like O'Donnell.
Yeah, the Wedding Crasher brother. Yes. The Wedding Crashing brother.
Todd.
Yes, Todd. I think Todd had a lot of stuff that was left on the cutting room floor. Like, he went to this premiere and was severely disappointed in the final product.
You hear that a lot with actors, too, that some of them spent months filming, like, sometimes big actors.
Yeah.
Like, there will be like, did you know that, like, this person was in this, and they go to the premiere, and they are not in the movie for a second. Like, all of their scenes got cut.
Could you imagine, like, taking your family and just showing up and being like, guys, I've got some, this is probably the role that changes my life. Yeah. And then you're not even in the movie, or you just see you walking around in the background or something.
One of the recent ones I remember is, John Malkovich filmed a ton of scenes for Fantastic Four.
Yes.
And it wasn't in it. Like, they just didn't think it was going to work.
Big actor, too.
Yeah.
I mean, there was even a movie named after him called Being John Malkovich.
I know.
So then he goes from a movie named after him to not even being in the movie.
It's crazy.
So that should make any actor feel good that it can happen to the best of us.
Yeah. I just got the feeling in this, though, so...
Yeah, back to your point.
Yeah. Because he's looking at his iPad. He's scrolling through...
Real pictures of him and his family, too.
I wondered that, because it looked pretty...
Yeah.
So he's scrolling through. So he had a family. He lost his family. He's crying like a super dramatic little crying performance. He was in the middle.
He pulled out the Academy Award.
Yeah.
Crying in that scene.
Yeah.
When he sees the picture of his family on the iPad and
he just turned it on in a hurry.
Yeah, he did.
But otherwise, there's not a ton of depth to the character. And then my really thing where I was like, I feel like something's missing here
Mhm.
is they don't give us a reason of why he is willing to kill himself to get rid of the apes.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like he's because from his think of it from his perspective,
sure.
he's never had any bad interactions with any of the apes. Like you don't really know. I
Well, at
mean,
that point, they had
you
shown up and shot up their their town or their
well,
building.
I mean
Oh, okay.
before they attacked them.
I was like, they were imprisoning the people.
No, before they attacked them. Like you hear like the Carver talk, which I've got some
Yeah.
thoughts on him.
Oh, Carver.
You
What a
hear
guy.
him talk like he hates them. He's like they gave us this disease.
Yeah.
They did that, but you don't know Oldman has any like they killed my family. Like you don't know
Right.
that he feels that, and that he's such a maniac that he's like I'll die here because at that point I don't think he even realizes that they can be like that any of the people like for all he knows all the people are have
Yeah.
been killed too. So he's
Yeah.
just like, I just want to get rid of them. It just seems like there was something that built up
Mm-hmm.
for him to be
Mhm.
like, I care about this thing more than
Life itself.
preserving this community or whatever, or I hate them so much.
Yeah. I think so. Koba's, and that's one of the things I think that works about this movie. And we're kind of working our way right into that because that was kind of the next thing coming
Yeah.
up. I think that's one of the things that works about this movie is obviously Koba's a villain. But there's multiple villains in this movie. You know, Dreyfus has kind of a villainous role.
Mhm.
Even though really he's just trying to protect his people and they got attacked.
Think of the movie from his perspective.
Yeah.
He doesn't know the apes exist.
Yeah.
They come, they say, stay there.
Yeah.
He doesn't do it. There's no scene with him being like, who cares about them? All he cares about is getting the power.
Sure.
From what he's saying, he's like, yeah,
Sure.
go do whatever they say, turn the power on, come back. He's sitting there waiting. He never hides guns. I mean, he gets ready. He gets the people ready because they're like, the apes might come and attack.
Right. And that's
So,
just
like,
smart business.
Yeah, so we're gonna start training. He never promises not to do that. He never lies.
Right.
And all of a sudden he's just sitting there waiting for them to come back after having the power turned on. Like the power gets on, they're having a great time, and then
Koba
thousands of
attacks.
apes come and attack. Like he's not doing anything wrong.
Oh no! Again, what was the tagline of the movie? One last chance for peace. When you think about that, Koba ruined all of it. Koba messed up every bit of it.
And Carver.
But even at the same time, like Carver messed up in the beginning by shooting Ash. We're talking about the guy that, like, at the very beginning of the movie shoots
Yes.
Ash, and then he snuck a gun in.
But Koba
After that.
didn't know that.
Koba didn't know that. That's exactly right. So Koba was done with the humans once he spotted the guns. In my mind,
Yeah.
like once he spotted them over there doing their target practice, and you can kind of see where he's coming from. He thinks that they're about to attack when really Dreyfus is just prepping them. From what we see, Dreyfus is prepping them for defense, not for offense.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And so Koba, if Koba does not shoot Caesar, because right after that, or right before that, what's her name? Ellie, Keri Russell's character, had helped nurse Cornelia back to health.
They're having a beautiful moment.
They are. Like
Like
it's
they're kumbaya.
yes. Like you've got Caesar, Blue Eyes, Cornelia, and Cornelius there together, and they're having a good moment. And then Koba takes a shot, which, by the way, don't know where Koba took shooting lessons at. I mean,
He's just in like one-handed too, like not aiming.
yeah. I mean, the guy had it going on.
Yeah.
Like I think anybody watching this movie that's a sharpshooter would be like, we need that guy on our team.
Yeah.
Like, because he had terrible arm move, everything, and just bam, just taking them out.
Yeah. And you're also right that I think that they would have gone back in the humans, like Dreyfus wasn't going to launch an offensive on them. He like once the power got on, they're going to be like,
I think Dreyfus
mission
was happy.
accomplished.
Yes.
We're done. We'll never go into the woods again.
Yes.
If we don't have to.
Yes. Now, because I think even if Carver had never shot Ash, even if Carver had never brought the gun into camp when they were told not to bring any guns, I think Koba still attacks the humans in some kind of way.
Yeah.
Like finds some kind of way. Because he was just looking for his first opportunity.
Yeah. I think him shooting him did like be like, I knew we couldn't trust him, and now
Right.
we really can't.
Right.
You
So
know,
weird. Did you read any backstory on Koba or anything?
I feel like I did, but I can't.
So
Can't recall.
this is a good time to talk about it. This was really really interesting. So apparently there was like a graphic novel or a comic book that was supposed to like
Yeah.
bridge the gap between 1 and 2, between
Mhm.
Rise and Dawn, and you get some of Koba's backstory in there. And he was, and I'll mess this up because I didn't write it down, but he was abused when he was like younger, and his mom died protecting him from an alcoholic handler. So that's how his mom died. And he didn't remember any of this stuff until he was given the, what is it, the ALZ 113?
Yeah.
Like, because that made them smarter. So he started remembering these things. And then so his mom was killed there. Then he ended up being on a show, like a TV show.
Mm.
And that's where he learned like all the entertaining stuff, like he was doing for those two guys, which made so much sense. Where I was like, man, if y'all could have made some kind of allusion to that, that would have been really cool.
Yeah.
But he was on a TV show where he was again abused. That's where he got the scar on the face, and the guy put like a lit cigarette out on his eye,
Yeah.
like in this story. And so then after that guy committed suicide, the producer of that TV show, which was his handler, that's when he ended up in the lab, and where we kind of catch up with him in the first one.
Yeah.
So he had gone through some really bad stuff to get to the point where we saw him all scarred up in Rise.
And you even before, if I remember right, he already has a little something to him. Like he's a little smarter too, whatever,
Yeah.
because he's sticking his hand out, wanting the
Right. Permission.
No. When you see him in the first one, like when they're
Oh,
handing out pills and
yes.
stuff, he wants it, and then when they're
Yes.
gonna do the experiment on
Yes.
it,
I'm sorry. Yeah.
he's like he's ready to go for it.
Mhm.
There's just something
Right.
different about him.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But so Koba had like, I think you're right. I think there was probably some left stuff about Dreyfus. Um, but again, you can't make a 5-hour movie.
I think they
And
made the right decision of being like they had all this human stuff and like, but the ape stuff's good.
yeah, that was Reeves's goal.
Yeah.
Reeves was like, I'm way more interested in what the apes are doing. And I think it was such a cool choice to go with 3 different sets of human actors. Like I don't know that that's what they set out to do, but you know, like the first one, James Franco, John Lithgow, those are kind of your main people there. And then the second one, it's, you know, Gary Oldman, Jason Clarke, Keri Russell, kind of that cast. The third one goes to like Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
And man, that's going to be a fun one to talk about.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like it goes like 3 different sets where Caesar really is the carrier of this franchise.
Yeah.
Also of disease, but of this franchise.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just thought that was really cool.
I thought it was interesting how they showed the different, in some way or another, a lot of the apes have been mistreated in some way, but they show
Yeah.
their different reactions.
Yeah.
At the first of the movie, rewatching it this morning, Caesar talking to Maurice,
Mm-hmm.
who is saying, apparently, I only saw their bad side. Like, he was like, you knew humans better than me, but is smart and
Great scene.
is empathetic enough or whatever to know that there is a different side and to trust Caesar to be like, I know that they're not all bad and doesn't want to do violence. Koba,
Right.
from what he saw, only saw the bad side as well,
Yes.
and is like, I hate them. That's what Caesar talks about at the end of the movie. He should have known that Koba couldn't forgive the humans, like, because Koba seemed all in on the apes at the beginning of the movie.
Oh,
You
I
know,
mean,
like,
if it
he
isn't for
saves-
Koba, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he saves Caesar. He's loyal to him. Like, he doesn't seem like he's lying to him when he's like, I'll do whatever you tell me to do. Like, he's like, I'll follow you anywhere. You saved me.
Fact.
He's all in for the apes. So if the humans never showed up, he might just be he's a radical, like, zealot, loyal soldier, but he's for the apes. Obviously, at some point, he was probably going to go crazy.
Yeah.
But then Caesar, like,
They had been together for 10 years now.
yeah. And then Caesar clearly, they present it like he just loves the humans. He'll do anything. He doesn't actually trust them that much, and he thinks the apes are better. He's like, yeah, humans killed each other. We wouldn't do that because we're family. But he has a ton of empathy for them, and he knows that they're not human beings. And Maurice already understands, like, apes fight too.
Right.
And Caesar doesn't doesn't think that. He's like nothing can. He's like nothing can uh, tear the apes apart.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and all of Caesar's moves, especially in the beginning, until he trusted Malcolm, all of his moves were to protect the apes. He's
And
like,
to keep peace.
yes, I don't want any kind of war because apes are going to die in the war.
Yeah.
And that's what Blue Eyes saw. It was the turning point for his character, because he was Caesar's son, Caesar's oldest son, was way more on the side of Koba up until they went into the battle than he was on Caesar's. And then when they go in the battle and it's when you're really paying attention, like the filmmaking part of it, it's such a smart choice to show us things from Blue Eyes' perspective because he's seeing all these apes being drug around, and like dying in front of him. He's like, in his head, this is why my dad did not want us to go to war.
Yeah.
And
he realizes like the whole thing is he's like, yeah, the apes are the best. And like what turns him is he's with Ash when he gets shot at the first of the movie. And he's like, that's my best friend. He got shot. Yeah. And then he sees Koba kill him. And then he's like, wait, what? You could like, that's a good scene. It shows him, his reaction to that a lot, where I think that's when he turns, he's like, what do I got
Koba
myself
was
into?
a bad dude. I mean,
Koba's mean. That one of my notes I had was Koba's mean. I kind of get it, but still, he's mean.
Oh yeah. Well, especially you probably get it even more after learning that's what the backstory of the character is.
Yes.
Like all the stuff that he went through to get to the point where we're at.
Yeah.
So one of the things, love the opening of this movie. Like very rarely do you sit and see an opening of a movie that is just giving you a bunch of stats and like news clippings, really quick clips of news things. The Obama footage was real. That was for what I think Hurricane started with an I. Eileen? No,
I think it's Irene.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, because Eileen starts with an E. But yeah, that's not bad.
Katie was asking me about that. She's like, did Obama do that just for this? And I said, I think it was it's probably they just pulled clips from a different thing.
Right. But
can I go ahead and give you an award on this?
Please, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
This is the I had an award for the Nostradamus Predicting the Future Award, and I gave it to Michael Bloomberg because he was the first one.
Okay,
who he was the mayor of New York.
Yeah,
he's the first person that I'm talking. He was the mayor. I'm guessing it was for the clip from him. I'm assuming is real, probably from like the bird flu or
maybe
one of those.
Yeah. I should have looked that up.
Where he was telling people to stay away, or the movie, because I'm sure you don't want to have a discussion about this. You can't not watch those first clips and be like, this came out in 2014, and all of those things were said during COVID.
Oh, there's a whole
like there's that was kind of weird watching that.
Yeah. There's a whole COVID competition coming up here. Yeah.
And then you see like I'll wait for it.
No. Go ahead.
I just say you see the kid's notebook and he has like he's been sketching through his pain, I guess, and it says like quarantine.
Yes.
And all that it was weird similarities.
Well, and I think you even see in his sketches like how they lost his mom. Like there's little hints.
I didn't look too closely at them.
Yeah, there's little Easter eggs there because again that was kind of filling the gap. That graphic novel. So I think they took like little pieces of that and kind of put it in there. Matt, I mean, again, Matt Reeves,
great,
good job, man.
Yeah.
Good job. Award. You got an award though.
No, that was the award.
Nice.
It was the Nostradamus award. It goes to them for predicting the future.
I love it. So another thing that works about this, apocalypse movies.
Yeah.
Apocalypse movies work for me 10 times out of 9.
Yeah.
Like every single time. There's one coming out this year that I just saw the trailer for. I think it's a Ridley Scott movie, and I was like, I don't even care what it is.
Yeah,
like I will watch just about every single apocalypse movie that there possibly is. I love them. The music in this movie, and while I'm talking about this, just be thinking of like different things that you love just in general about this movie. That's kind of where I'm at right now. So the music feels like a Nolan movie. Like this feels like a Christopher Nolan movie because of the music, which is kind of ironic that this guy went on to direct the Batman.
Yeah.
When Nolan, did the Dark Knight trilogy.
He's composer Michael Giacchino
There we go.
has done a lot
Yeah, he has.
too.
Yeah, he has. Did you look up any of those?
I did look them up. I didn't have them listed, but tons of movies that everybody
I've
has
got
seen.
just a few listed, just to kind of give the broad stroke of his career. So he's done what? What'd you say his name was? Michael.
He's Giacchino.
There we go. Bunch of Pixar movies. Did you notice that? Like Coco, Inside Out, movies that like he's done a lot of the Marvel movies. So he was involved in a lot of the Spider-Man, like the what's not Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland.
Yeah.
The Tom Holland Spider-Mans. He did the new Star Treks. And one thing I loved in this, especially the scene when they are going to town, the first horse ride into town to tell them, human home, ape home. Like y'all stay here pretty much. When Caesar's telling them that, the music was played so similar to the original Planet of the Apes music, which it's like, man, good job.
There's a little like repeating like set of notes they play.
That percussion, whatever that percussion
like,
instrument. Yep.
It's like I can't even.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I want to make it so bad, but I'm going to embarrass myself if anybody watches it. That doesn't sound.
Give it a shot.
That doesn't sound anything like it, but it's just kind of like anticipating, like building up, like as they're walking up. But it's just like a very simple.
It sounds like a xylophone
very,
or something, like a
yeah.
Like, yes, yeah.
I don't pay close enough attention to that a lot of times, but you could like feel it, and it makes you be like, oh, like something big's happening. Like as they're walking up, and you just hear that. It's really good.
If you go back and watch the movie, which Katie, I think you should. If you go back and watch the movie, when the music we're talking about is when they're going in on horses the first time to tell the humans to stay away, and they bring back, what was his son's name? Alex. They bring back Alex's bag, which is almost like a peace offering.
Yes.
So like that was a big scene.
Yeah.
But yeah, what else to you works about this movie? Just in general.
I think the dynamic, I always love like ultimately two two people or two things that are not the same coming together. Like at the end, Malcolm and Caesar like come to an understanding, even though the apes are about to go to war with humans. Like we both did our best, we tried.
Sure.
He calls him friend.
Yeah.
Caesar calls him a good man. Like I love stuff like that. Like that slow, like we're both trying to make this work. We have outside forces acting on us that are making that impossible, but they're like working together through like misunderstandings and helping each other. I thought that was good. I mean, just like the first one, I never for a second stop to think, unless I'm saying, man, it looks good, that the apes don't look like real apes. Like everything they do, the motions, like the motion capture stuff is unbelievable how good it is. I don't know how I have no idea how.
And what a good choice by Andy Serkis. Obviously, again, we talked about him so much in the first one, but what a good choice by Andy Serkis to walk. And it may have been Matt Reeves' time, but Caesar even walks differently than the other apes because he was raised by human.
Yeah.
And the bad thing about being a friend of Caesar's is, I don't know if you read. So we obviously see in this movie, Will didn't make it, or everything is clearly pointing to Will not making it because his Jeep is still parked out in front of the house.
His house has an X on it, which
meant which meant he had the simian flu. And so Will didn't make it. And I don't know if you read this, Malcolm also does not make it.
What?
Yes. So
no.
Yeah, I know. Bummer.
That's not true.
Bummer. And apparently is taken out by Woody Harrelson's character. Like that's the book in between Dawn and War.
Hey, guess what? I didn't read that book, so it didn't happen.
When Malcolm fades back into the background, Dunsky. Not at that moment.
They live a happy life.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
What happened?
Yeah. We'll let you stay there.
Yeah. Man.
I know. I'm just here just squashing dreams. Just squashing dreams. But, all right. Another thing that just makes this movie work, and we've talked about him probably the most out of anybody. Great villain in Koba.
Yes.
Like Koba, I'm not going to say he puts this movie on his back and carries it, but he's the shining star of this movie. Like he's what comes out of this movie where you're like, man, like he's what is so memorable. He's what is the character you can't not watch when he's on screen. Like all those things. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like just goes
Uh,
from being. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say a good villain
Yeah.
that you understand where they're coming from, even though you're like, I hate this or this character
Yeah.
and they're wrong, but you kind of like see where the tension and you see the tension build that it doesn't feel like it comes out of nowhere. Like you see these things that he's reacting to
Yeah.
happen and you
Yeah.
get what Caesar's doing, you're on his side, but you also kind of get it. And like a coup d'etat.
Yes. Good job.
That
So I read that and I didn't know how to say it.
Yeah, coup d'etat. That's also a good story. Like someone from like rebellion from within.
Yeah, explain that to the listeners because like when I read that I was like, oh yeah, I know that. I just don't know how to say that.
Yeah, I mean, if you just like hear someone saying it's like a coup, it's like somebody like say in the United States, like if the vice president at any point in time, it's not about politics now.
Sure.
At any point in time was like, I'm going to become the president. We're going to kill the president or capture him or kidnap him, and we're going to take over. Or a different, maybe it would be like a party that's not in charge or something. It's just dissension from within the ranks, like staging. Like you always hear like staging a coup.
Oh yeah,
like,
this was
it's
very
like
much a stage.
It's like an
coup.
organized effort to over to topple the existing government and create your own.
And then used Caesar as the one like we must fight for Caesar.
Yeah.
So Koba takes him out.
It was a good plan.
What an actor.
It was a good plan.
The only thing I didn't like about his plan was it was a little too on the nose for me that he brought Carver's hat up there.
Yeah.
Like the gun would have kind of been enough.
And he set fire and everything.
Yeah.
And he was really out in the open too. It only had to take one ape not in the right place to be like
100%.
That was Koba.
Yeah. Actually, he would have done one side.
Yeah.
He'd like touched his chest and be like, that was everybody would have known he was saying that was Koba. Koba did it.
Yeah, it's
not
also
a human.
It's also not a guarantee. Like I feel like apes get shot a lot and they don't die. That Caesar's just like just like I was like he shot me. Koba shot me. Like he didn't fall or anything. You know?
Well, and again, what if Koba misses? I mean,
that wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah, not with that aim. He is a sharp shooter. I wonder if he took target practice. So after he takes those guys out, I wonder if he like took target practice before he went back up there. He could have.
Maybe.
Like maybe that's where he learned how to shoot.
I like how they all hold these rifles with one hand.
Oh, man.
Like they're not looking; they're just like
Yeah.
staring like blue. There's also several times where they, even the good like Blue Eyes and Caesar, they pointed at them just to be like, I can do it. But they just have the one hand; they're staring at them.
There had to be so when they're riding into town after Koba's coup, they're riding into town, and they're about to take them out. There had to be some friendly fire happening, like on accident.
Yeah.
By the apes.
Oh yeah.
Because the way they were just like, again, like you're saying, just slinging the arms around.
And they did a lot of like, even when they're attacking, a lot of just like random, like shooting it up in the air. Like
yes. Yeah. There had to be some apes falling. Ooh, sorry. Yes. I wish everyone could have seen that.
Have you been doing that around your house a lot?
Oh, 100%.
This week, I've just been making random noises. Like I love it when they get excited.
Yes.
And they start hooting.
It was great. Terry Notary as Rocket.
Yeah.
So he worked with most of the actors about 2 or 3 weeks beforehand, getting those ape movements down. So apparently him and Andy Serkis are the guys known because Terry Notary ended up playing Kong in the Kong Skull Island movie. And I don't know if he did more of those, but I know he did the Skull Island one.
Nice.
So yeah, just thought that was cool. The scene you were talking about with Maurice, I don't know if you read this. We talked about last time that Karen Carnival, or I don't know how you say her last name, but she played Maurice. She wore 10. This is just what works. This is what makes movies like this work so well. She wore 10-pound weights on her arms to get more of a slow movement like an orangutan would have. Like, again,
that's awesome.
That's the extra sauce on the burger that makes it that special burger.
Yeah.
Could have been a good burger without it, but that's the extra sauce.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And then this was so cool about Judy Greer, who played Cornelia. Her husband is named Dean Johnson, who's like produced a couple things. Like it didn't look like he didn't have a huge IMDb. He is a huge Planet of the Apes fan. And I think they got married like around 2012 or 2013, because at their wedding, they had showings of Rise of the Planet of the Apes in the original 68 Planet of the Apes. And she even bought him like, did you see this? She even bought him like chimp bride and groom to put on
Like
top of
the
their
cake
wedding.
topper.
Yeah, as the wedding cake
Yeah.
topper. And then guy must be like super fan because did you see what her wedding gift to him was?
No.
She got him a Rolex that inscripted said, "Ape shall not kill ape."
Mm.
Like, I mean, the guy has to be like the biggest Planet of the Apes
The
fan.
biggest.
Yes. So good for him that his wife had a big part in Planet of the Apes.
Well, it is an important part, but she's a big. I mean, she's a big actor. She's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It's not a
Hilarious on Arrested Development.
yes to play the wife. She is very funny in that.
Yeah.
To play the wife. In this movie, she's in very old. In the next one too, she's in very little of the movie. She doesn't
Right.
speak. She just moves. Like
Right.
you got to be a fan. I'm saying to be like a big actor and to be
Yes.
like, I'm just gonna do a motion capture role
Yes.
where I never speak and I'm in the movie for 5-10 minutes. Total.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Could be like Gary Oldman though. Just likes that paycheck.
Take that paycheck, baby.
Loved the window symbol recall.
Yeah.
Like, again, when they go back to the house, and by the way, James Franco had no idea they were using his footage.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Was he actually mad about that, or is he just like, they
Who
didn't ask
knows?
my permission? I saw he
Yeah.
had some quote about.
Yeah. It's hard when you're reading a quote to know, like, did somebody laugh about that? Or did
Yes.
he say, like, they didn't have my permission?
Yeah.
Like, it's really hard to tell because when you're just reading a paper.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know why he would care. I mean, if he wanted to, he could probably get money out of it. But, yeah. So, but it was so cool that they recalled all that because it felt like such a separate movie from Rise
Mm-hmm.
up until that moment. Up until they went to the house that Caesar grew up in, it felt like not disconnected, but again, such a different tone, such a different direction that you could almost pretend like this is the first one and Rise didn't even exist until those moments. Like those moments really tied the two of them together to me. But love that we saw, it was on the rock in their village, the symbol was. But one thing that could have helped with this movie, just a tad bit, before we get to your awards. One thing that really could have helped is this movie's not VidAngelable, but our guy Dreyfuss does drop one little bomb on us at one point in the movie. So if he had VidAngel for this movie, he could have cut that out. And we do have a promo code for VidAngel that gets you 30 days free, which is MoviePick1215. So if you go to vidangel.com and you sign up, just put in the promo code MoviePick1215, you get 30 days free. That's long enough to try it out and see if you like it. And it lets you filter things like Netflix, Prime, Apple, and quite a few others. Like you can put like 5 or 6 different streamers right there in one streamer, which that's one of my favorite perks of it. But now let's talk some awards by our guy Landon.
We said we were going to talk about him.
Yes.
The no clutch gene / panic under pressure award goes to Carver because he handles every situation so poorly.
The Jeter opposite. He's the opposite of Derek Jeter.
It also is so puzzling to me how first he pulls out the gun and then you might be like, we can get out of the situation.
You're talking about the very first time.
Yes, the very first time.
Yeah.
He only knows it's the two of them.
Yeah.
And so he's like, I can get out. But then there's 100 apes, no, 100 around.
Yeah.
And they're like, and he's still thinking he's going to do something else. Like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
And then.
Well, even with the two, like when he runs into Ash and Blue Eyes.
Yeah.
Like, kind of got trigger happy there.
Yeah.
Like there was really no reason to pull the trigger.
No. And then he just can't get his act together. And then he sneaks the gun in. And then he does it again. Like he tries to hit Cornelius while Caesar's standing there.
Yeah,
and then pulls the gun again. I'm like, what do you think is going to happen here? You think you're going to kill all of them? They're going to get you. Like he ruins this whole thing.
Tried to hit the baby.
Did you? Yeah.
You don't try to hit the baby. Like.
Yeah, he was a fool.
Rule number
he's
one.
Just trash talking him. All the people hate him.
Yeah.
Did you catch because
Don't let us leave Carver though. Before.
no, no,
Yeah, go ahead.
no,
Yeah.
I'm still on it.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
One of my points. Did you hear why? Because my question was, why is Carver here?
Even
Like,
on the second mission.
yes.
Yes.
Did you catch why though?
I'm so glad. Thank you. I could almost hug you right now because every time when I'm watching it, I'm like, why bring this guy back? Why?
Malcolm says it.
Okay.
He says
Okay.
he worked for the water company, and he's the only one that knows how the generator works.
Okay.
But they go work on this thing. Malcolm is clearly the smart one. He's
Sure.
studying. He's
Sure.
saying what they need to do. Carver doesn't do anything to help. Like, he has no instruction.
Yeah.
Also, people that just work at a water company don't know how a generator works. He doesn't really seem like an engineer kind of guy.
Yeah. No, I work at a clothing company and I can't sew a button back on a jacket. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then once he brings the gun, they kick him out and, handcuff him to the car.
Yeah.
And they're still working. So they clearly don't need him
Yeah.
to do it. I mean, obviously they needed a character to create some drama. But he's a wild card. You got to get him out of there.
Man,
He's just
no, he had no business being there. Even knowing that, not good enough, like you said. Like, just not enough. We didn't need him there. He's the whole him and Koba. Like, you can blame him and Koba for the whole thing happening. I mean, Koba was going to do his thing anyway, but Caesar would have trusted Malcolm a whole lot quicker.
Yeah.
Had Carver not pulled his junk.
Yeah, because Malcolm was gonna.
Yeah.
He was never gonna do anything.
No.
Yeah, because Malcolm said something like, "Oh, we have no choice but to bring him." Like,
Yeah. Choke artist.
Yeah.
That's what Carver is. All right.
He was bad.
I like it.
My next one goes to Malcolm. It is
Okay.
for the Surrenderer of the Year.
Okay.
Because how many times in this movie,
Oh.
he's so good. His best acting in this movie is like his eyes, which are like so blue and almost look like they're like glazed over.
Yeah.
Of just making himself immediately like, I'm not a threat, show my hands, get down on my knees.
Yeah.
He has to do that a lot. Like, that's what
Yeah.
he does. The apes are about to kill him when Carver shoots him at first. He comes in.
Mhm.
He's like, we're not a threat. He talks him down. He comes back and they drag him up there and he gets down on his hands and knees and is like, please. Caesar makes him leave. He goes back up there again. He does it again. Whenever he sees blue eyes at the end.
Yep.
Inside the building, he's like, don't do it. He just has that look of like, I'm not a threat. He knows how to surrender.
Yeah. I thought about you during the second time that he went up there. Which would have technically, I guess, been the first time, because the first time they just run into them. The second time, though, he goes up there on purpose. Like, Malcolm goes back up there like, wait, hey, we have to get, power from this dam.
Yeah.
And so when he's walking up there and that gorilla sneaks up from behind him, like the one that was kind of on guard, and then all of those gorillas are surrounding him and they carry him up there, I thought about you and I thought Landon would just die. Like, they would be carrying you and you would just, because, I mean, of the fear of apes that you have. I remember this from the first episode, because I re-listened to the first episode and you could hear the fear of chimps in your voice in the podcast. I thought Landon would just fall out. Like, they would be carrying you and you'd just be done.
I'm just telling people to do a little research.
I'm not saying I wouldn't be either, but you'd be the first of us just be like, done.
I'm appropriately scared of them. Chimps, they have very dense, fast twitch muscle fibers. They have 66% of their muscles compared to 30% of humans.
So you did your research.
I did my research. And they're like
facts.
1.5 times faster. They can do quick punches. And then also, it's not like they just
powerful punches.
It's not like they just punch. They rip people's face and other things off of them.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Look, and then their fangs, like their bite force is incredible.
Yeah.
That's
what I was thinking.
Their teeth are insane. Gorillas, and don't even get me started. These were gorillas that had Malcolm. Gorillas are. I watched a video this week that they're up. They could beat 12 grown men in a fight. One gorilla.
I'm just picturing them throwing your passed out body, just
pure fear.
Yes, just like, I mean, I would be too, but it just made me think of it because of the last episode. Like, I was thinking about you being the one they're carrying up there instead of Malcolm, and they, like when they throw Malcolm, he like comes up like you said and is just like, hey, explaining why they're there. I think they would just throw a passed out
Yeah.
Landon.
Do you know what happens, Dave, when animals escape from zoos typically? They do everything they can. They tranquilize them and they bring them back to the zoo. Do you know what they do with chimps? They kill them on sight because they're so unpredictable.
I love it. I love it, man. Glad we went there.
It is. It is. I heard you. I feel like you've mentioned this other times too. It is funny. Like, I mean, when I think about this, it is insane. I always think it's insane for people that have like pet
Yeah.
lions
No,
or like pet tigers
Insane.
too.
Insane.
That are just like acting normal.
Yeah.
Chimps maybe aren't like them, but
Yeah.
but I feel like now we presented it as like I wake up every morning being like, today's the day a chimp's gonna break in my house.
Yeah, there's literal bears around us, like sightings lately, and you're not worried about that.
Yeah.
You're thinking about the chimp.
Yeah.
Because the bear, Koba could take out.
Yeah.
Like Koba took him out quick too.
Oh yeah.
Quick.
Yeah.
Good job, Koba.
Speaking of Koba.
The only time Caesar laughs in the movie too.
Yeah.
But sorry, go ahead.
I've got an award for Koba.
Let's do it.
But actually, I'm just gonna give him a nominee. I don't think he wins the award.
Oh, okay.
He's
okay.
Oscar nominee for best actor.
Yeah.
For when he has to fool the guys with guns.
Man.
Goes in, gets them comfortable.
That entertainment
lights them up.
background.
Yeah. I'm glad you told me that because that makes a lot more sense now.
It really does, doesn't it? Like it really came in handy.
Yeah.
But yeah, the entertainment background showed up there. And I think my favorite part of that is the first time that he's tricking them. And then he's like making all the silly things at them. And then you see his face as he's walking away from them.
Immediately.
And it snaps right back to angry Koba instead of silly, playful Koba. Love that. Love that.
I don't know if you recall from our first podcast, I gave Caesar the Teenage Angst Award.
Yes.
I'm giving out Teenage Angst Award number 2 / the Just Like Your Old Man Award. It goes to Blue Eyes for really creating some issues, some unnecessary issues with his dad. It begins after he almost gets them killed by the bear, and Caesar's like, son, we gotta get this fixed. And then he like slaps his hand away.
Yeah.
And gets mad. I'm like,
he was teenage.
This is on you, brother.
Yeah.
And then he has it only goes downhill from there.
Yeah.
But
I thought about you watching Blue Eyes too with the teenage angst.
Yeah.
I really did.
Yeah. It is funny. I feel like things.
I like just like his old man.
Like I was like you once upon a time too. So.
I remember being there too.
It is funny. Like it's a movie about chimps, and they're like, it's hard raising teenagers.
Just picture him at that night talking to Cornelia, like, man, Blue Eyes, mad.
He's just, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, man.
My next one is my final award, and it's my favorite. I thought I was feeling good about myself because I came up with this, and then Katie gave me a better one that's the same thing that you're going to like.
Nice. Okay, here we
go. So this is my General Ulysses S. Grant War of Attrition Award.
Ooh.
A little history.
Okay.
The Union had the numbers in the Civil War, especially toward the end. The South, the supply lines were in trouble. They just didn't have the industry to keep replacing their armory, all of that.
And you're a Grant fan. Didn't you just read his biography?
I read Grant.
I thought so.
Yes.
I thought so, yeah.
Partially listened, partially read, a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Great book. Ron Chernow, Hamilton, Washington, also good.
Nice.
So Grant went in, he had the resolve to say, hey, we're going to lose a few guys here, but we're going to push through.
Sure.
Koba was the same way.
Yeah, he was.
Caesar was trying to protect everyone, and Koba said, hey, we're going to get some apes killed.
Koba took one of his own guys out.
Yeah,
did you see that?
Yeah, some people are going to die, but we've got to do it. That's what Grant did.
Yeah.
He said, we've got the numbers. We're going to sacrifice some people. Our casualties might be higher, but we're going to win this war.
Yeah.
That's what Koba was doing. He was fine with sacrificing apes' lives.
Yeah, he was.
Now, Katie's version of this, which is very good, said this would be the Lord Farquaad, some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make award.
Oh, man.
Which is actually more accurate to Koba.
You had the historically accurate.
Yeah.
She had the show accurate.
Yes.
Like, man, good job, Katie.
Some of you may die.
Good job, Katie.
So that is what?
She should be getting very fearful of the tripod.
Yeah.
Once we have the mics going, she should be getting very fearful because she's getting an invite. Yeah.
That's good. Oh, I
Yeah.
did have one more also. The comeback player of the year goes to Caesar because he made a remarkably quick recovery from getting shot,
Oh, yeah.
a gunshot wound, and surgery to he's like beating Koba 1-on-1.
Yeah, I wonder how much time passed there. It doesn't really say, but it can't be much time.
I get the feeling it's supposed to be like less than a day.
I don't know. But it
could have been more than a week.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I think everything moved pretty quickly. Now, Dreyfus did have time to set up whatever like bombs that he was setting up underneath. So that had to take a little bit of time.
Yeah.
But I would imagine no more than a few days.
Yeah.
But any others?
No.
All right.
I've got a few questions. Can I ask you a few questions? Are we about to move on to something else?
No. Questions. Let's have that.
Just a quick little,
Yeah.
you could call it a nitpick.
Yeah.
Malcolm at one point in this movie claimed, I lost everything.
Yeah.
And what little I have, I can't lose.
Yeah.
Do you know who Alexander is in this movie?
His son.
Does that sound like everything to you?
I did think about that too when he said that. No, I think he meant like because he in that scene he was saying something about his son had seen some nasty things, and I think he meant everything. But he should have said I lost everything but him.
Yeah. Does the book cover that stuff? Because those are the bad part of me. The darker part of me does like seeing what things did he see?
Right. No, I think mom gets taken out pretty graphically.
Yeah.
Pretty gruesomely.
I mean, they sort of show in the quick little thing at the first, like fighting and things just kind of fall apart and turn to chaos. But.
And I think so. Ellie had a little bit of an interesting backstory too. Keri Russell's character.
Yeah.
And it was one reason why she was so sympathetic to the apes because she worked at the CDC. They mentioned that. And an ape saved her from a human.
Oh.
And so but I can't remember the full story on that. But there was something to that, which was one reason why she was so like quick to want to help them. She also knew like, hey, just smart politics here. If we help them, maybe they help us.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. He didn't lose everything.
Just being a little silly there. My last thing. Yeah. And then I'll be quiet.
No. This is why we're here. We're here to talk Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. Do you think they had no idea any humans were still left? They thought every one of them were gone.
Yeah, I mean, that village wasn't... I don't know what to call these places. I kind of, in my head, call the humans town, like, because they kind of had a little town vibe, not a city vibe. And then I kind of, in my head, call the apes a village. You think they would have, at some point, got a sniff in the air or something of, like, humans, or maybe they have a fire going one night, and they're like, oh, look at that down there. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because, Caesar was able to show him the lights from his house.
Yeah, and they'd seen them for 8 years, and just not the last 2.
Right.
So.
Right.
You're like, none of them, every one of them are gone. And Caesar's like, haven't even thought about them. I'm like, yeah.
Thought about them a little. Yeah, I'm with you. They probably should have been a little more proactive on what do we do if humans show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because 2 years, even though they'd been up there 10 years, you're right. It had only been 2 years. Which is not that long, without seeing humans.
No.
So, good point. Any other questions?
That's all I got.
All right. So, a few competitions. Then we're gonna go to our Mount Rushmore. So, favorite second movie villain from movies that we've covered. Got a little bit of a list here.
Favorite second. Okay. I'll
see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So only movies that we've done on the pod. Because, I mean, if you try to cover all number 2s, like that's... So we got the Joker from The Dark Knight. We got Koba from this. We got Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2.
Okay.
We've got Big Al from Al's Toy Barn. And then we've got the Fairy Godmother and Prince Charming from Shrek 2. What is your favorite second movie villain on the series that we've covered? I mean, I'll give mine. It's almost too easily the Joker, because he's just so good at it. So that feels like the too easy one. So I'm gonna go after that, and we're gonna go. I'm gonna go with my guy Koba here.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
who's finishing number 2 is Koba, because he was so good. I mean, those are all great parts, but Koba was fantastic in this.
You're gonna do our guy Big Al like that? The most
Clock, clock,
evil,
clock.
the most evil villain in the history of
He
movies.
was. He was. Or no, bucks. Isn't that what he said?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the Joker is
The easy answer.
that might be like the most agreed upon thing in the history of movies.
100%.
Every person like comic book movies, don't like comic book movies, like Nolan, don't like Nolan, whatever. Everybody ever is like, he's the best.
Yeah. Yeah. So sometimes when you eat a steak, you may be like, you know what? I don't like steak, but that's a good steak.
Yeah.
That's the Joker. Like,
Yeah.
you watch that and you can't walk out of that saying that was a bad performance.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So my number 2 was Koba. Who would be your number 2 after the Joker?
It actually might be Koba. Like
Yeah.
if we're being real, like
Yeah.
that, because I
Performance-wise.
like Doc Ock, but I don't think that like the character as a whole and everything
Right.
was necessarily
They weren't really
near as
going for the kind
good.
of performance
Yeah.
like this was.
Yeah, let's do Koba.
Yeah.
We're
You
united.
nodded.
Yeah.
You nodded.
Yeah.
All right. So, kind of going to something you were hinting at a second ago. So, 2020 COVID hits. The first movie you wanted to watch after COVID would be Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Contagion, I Am Legend, Outbreak, or Tia thought of this one, World War Z. So if you're sitting at home during COVID, what would be the first movie you'd want to watch that makes you think of, hey, this is what I'm going through here, or just kind of similar circumstances?
I would choose this one.
You choose this one.
This is so good, and you're not like sitting there being like sad about it.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
it reminds you of it, but then it's just a good movie.
Yeah,
So
Contagion's
you're
a
not having to
scary
just
one.
sit in it. Yeah. Yeah, you're not like, oh wait, what's about to happen?
Yeah, yeah, Contagion. I did watch it like because it skyrocketed after COVID hit, on the Apple purchases or whatever, and Contagion, like when I was watching it while COVID was going on, I was like, why am I doing this to
Yeah,
myself? Like what?
That's probably the real question about like, or the answer would be none.
Yeah, why am I
It's
doing that?
crazy
I need to watch some happy stuff.
to do
Yeah,
this.
yeah. All right. Favorite scene in this movie. This is loaded category. I love when the apes show up in San Francisco on the
Mhm.
horses, just like in their war paint, like all the stuff.
At the first.
Yes, the
Yeah,
at the very first, like when the humans first go up there, and then they go back down to tell them, hey, y'all stay away. Human home, ape home.
Yeah.
The first Koba versus Caesar showdown at the dam.
Okay.
Which is like the very first real moment that Caesar knows Koba's about to be an issue.
Yeah.
We know it, but at that point, Caesar doesn't know.
Otherwise, he thinks he's disagreeing with him. And
Yeah, he's just out mad, out hunting.
Yeah.
Because that's what Rocket told him, I think,
Yeah.
was that he was out hunting.
No.
Koba taking out the guys doing target practice, which was funny scene, but also like crazy scene. And this is like a long one. Koba's framing of the humans, which is when he takes Caesar out.
Yeah.
Leading into the attack in San Francisco. And it has the shot, which it kind of mixes those two because it's like the battle all mixed together. But it has the coolest movie shot in this movie, which is when Koba jumps into the tank. And like,
oh yeah.
and the camera
It's like it's
yes,
spinning.
it's using the like, I don't know what you'd call that from the tank, but it's using that as like the camera, and it's showing like you're seeing action in the background,
Yeah.
but you're also kind of seeing what Koba's doing by taking the first guy out, and then he jumps into the tank and takes the second guy out, all that, like
Yes.
that whole thing. And then the final showdown between Caesar and Koba and Dreyfus and Malcolm kind of happening
Yeah.
simultaneously. And our background actor from the Wedding Crashers.
Yeah.
All that happening.
And
all
a radio guy.
Yeah, radio guy.
I'd still, even though there's not necessarily that much that happens,
Mm-hmm.
I think them going into the horses at the first of the movie is the best because, like we said, it has that music that's like that slow. It's not like
Yeah.
this loud thing. It's like that slow build up, and it shows them, and it you see the humans real like understanding what's going on. Then he talks, and they're all
Yeah.
like that, and he's just like so powerful,
Yeah.
telling them what's going on and announcing it. Like they've just finished. There's no way they talked. Like
Yes. Yes.
because I think that was like that was the best.
Well, and viewing it from all their perspective, besides like Malcolm and Carver and Ellie and Alex, and whoever else was up there that heard them speak, viewing it from all these people's perspective of, whoa, first off, like Trevor Slattery, our guy, how did they put these apes on horses?
Yeah.
What are these apes doing on horses? And then secondly, when they just start talking, it's like, what is going on? This is insane. And so, yeah, great movie scene. I mean, my favorite scene is the battle, just because I like that Koba shot. Love the Koba shot whenever on top of the tank. Like you can
Yeah.
actually take that 10 seconds, 15 seconds is my favorite part of the whole movie.
I mean, even before that though, it shows the view from inside the tank of him riding on the horse. You see like all the battle, and then you
Yeah.
see him come out of like the cloud, like the dust,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
then jump on it too.
Yeah.
Is pretty cool.
I was gonna have a competition for posterized moment, just like last time,
Mhm.
but for me, it was almost it was really just between two. It was Caesar's face with the paint on it, or it was Koba on top of the American flagpole, and all the apes just kind of walking out in front of him.
Yeah.
Like both of those shots were just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Good job, Matt Reeves.
Yeah, it was awesome.
This is why. This is why you got my trust. You make a movie, I'm watching it until you prove me otherwise. All right. Now, we talked about, before we get to our Mount Rushmore, we did talk about Malcolm's ending and how he didn't make it too far in. I don't know. He may have lasted another year or two. I don't know. Did you read anything about Koba?
No,
Not dead.
that's not true.
Not dead. If you watch the after credits scene, which I didn't even know was there is, it's actually not even after credits scene. It's like after credits sound. There's rubble being moved, and you can hear an ape breathing, which was supposed to be Koba because the original intent was to bring him back for the third one. Now, I think they went with the route of he's dead, but the original intent was to bring Koba back. Because before I even read that, like the first time I watched it this week, I was like, he might have survived that. Like, I can't tell how
I did
far
think
down.
about that.
Yeah. Because it didn't really, and in movies, and especially in movies like this, until you feel the pulse,
Yeah.
you just kind of assume he might be alive.
Mhm.
So Koba may have made it a little further than what the movie gave him credit for.
I'm glad they didn't do that because I don't like movies like wrap up a character's story like you're like they clearly died and be like, oh, actually they're back. Like if I would have seen him like give it the own storyline,
Yeah.
its own storyline in the third one. If like they did all the stuff with Woody Harrelson, then all of a sudden he just pops back up. I wouldn't like that.
I think we should call that the Megatron, because I think Megatron died in Transformers like
Yeah.
three times every movie.
Yeah.
Where I was like, and I like a good Michael Bay movie as much as the next guy, but I was like, Mike,
Yeah.
come on, man. There's got to be some other.
We got to stop
villains.
somewhere. Yeah.
There's got to be some other villains out there that could take his place. Like you have killed him. Every time Megatron is done. Like like come on now. All right. Any other thoughts before we get to our Mount Rushmore? I'm ready for them.
I had a random thing from way before that I just feel like you might appreciate.
Let's do it.
That I left out. Did you know that I think maybe he just wrote this?
Okay. Matt
Reeves wrote Under Siege 2 Dark Territory.
Wow.
With Seagal.
Like
he had some like random things, and it's just so funny to like go from maybe he was younger when he did that to something like that, which I'm assuming was a horrible movie.
Well, and again, to me, it's sometimes funny to see like things like that, where it's the guy trying to make it before he's made it.
Yeah.
Like doing the Paul Bearer movie in '96.
Yeah.
And I'm not putting that movie down. I've never seen it. But doing Under Siege 2, I have seen it. Not a good film.
Yeah.
I mean, fun to watch, because it's Seagal doing Seagal things,
Yeah.
but not a great movie.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
The first one was pretty good. Tommy Lee Jones as the villain, the first Under Siege.
I
But
think I saw the first one.
yeah, I saw the second one first when I was a kid.
Hmm.
But the which felt like is a theme for me. Like I saw a lot of movies, the second one first, and then
Yeah.
went back and
It happens.
especially when I was a kid, when you didn't have the choice of straight like yeah, I hate being the guy with the lawn, but when the kids don't understand now of like having all the streamers and all the movies at your service at any point that you want them.
Yes.
A lot of times it was, hey, whatever is on TBS is what I'm watching.
Yeah.
Like that's just what's on TV, and so that's what I'm going to see.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It wasn't like if I saw Under Siege 2 coming on that I was going to say, I better go back and watch the first one before I sit down here.
Sure.
You just watched it.
Yeah.
But so I didn't realize I was Matt Reeves prepping back then when I was like
Didn't
10
even
years
know.
old. Didn't even know. Didn't even know. But it is always interesting to see like somebody like Steve Carell or something where their career was like trying to get it going, because what year did Under Siege 2 come out? Like 92?
Had to be early 90s. Yeah.
Yeah. And then 96 does the pallbearer, 99 helps create Felicity. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a 7-year gap. That's putting in your dues. He probably had some other jobs other than working in quote unquote show business. You know what I mean? So that's just interesting.
And when his first like really big, I mean, even the show's successful, but like he's a big director now.
Yeah.
He had to be probably close to 40.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's in his 60s now.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe older than
Right.
40. Like, good job.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sticking it out.
Yeah.
I
But
guess.
Steve Carell's a good example because
Yeah.
he was like a tiny little part of the Colbert Show. No, the Jon Stewart.
Yes. Yeah.
Daily Show.
Yeah. Yeah. Looks like a newscaster.
Yeah, for so long.
Yeah.
And then he, like, you're older and you get your break. Good for him.
Yeah. Love
Good job, Matt. And he's doing like a lot of the, I think he's producing a lot of the DC stuff now. Like,
is he really? Makes sense.
Like the Penguin show.
Makes sense.
He did, and then Clayface is coming out.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. All right. Are we ready for the Mount Rushmore?
Give it to me.
Of Gary Oldman. The Mount Rushmore of Gary Oldman. Man. And so when I started looking through like his movies, he's been in like 5,000 movies, it felt like.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this. When this movie came out, he was the #1 actor box office wise. And that shocked me. Like I would have never put Gary Oldman in that category. But the reason being, it makes a little more sense when you think about it. Because right now I think it's Zoe Saldana.
Yeah.
Which makes complete sense because she's got the Avatar franchise. She's got the Guardians. She's got Marvel. She's got one other big one. What's Star Trek?
Yes.
She was in all those. And it seems like there's another. But he was in the Dark Knight trilogy. He was in a few of the Harry Potter movies. So you just, those two alone put you up there.
Yeah.
And then this. And so, I mean, like, according to Bradley, this movie probably made trillions.
Quadrillion.
Yeah, this movie is in zillions. One is after zillions. but yeah, so when we're thinking about like Gary Oldman, I think of him more as the actor's actor rather than the box office star actor.
Yeah.
But it's mainly because he had smaller parts in those movies. But do you want to go first or would you like for me to go? I follow your lead.
You go first.
Okay. So these are the three that I had on the cutting room floor for like honorable mention, but they did not quite make my Mount Rushmore for Gary Oldman. The first one is the first movie I ever saw him in, which was Dracula.
Mm-hmm.
I was a kid when I saw that movie. I was like 9 or 10. Freaked me out.
Really?
Like nightmares. I don't know where mom and dad were and like how that movie was on the TV. Like they should be ashamed. But like I'm just seeing that movie and I remember just a couple of scenes in particular when he's like trying to get to Winona Ryder's character.
Mm.
And I was just like, this is the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. But I wouldn't quit watching at the same time.
Yeah.
You know. So Dracula gets on. I couldn't leave it out because it was the first one I saw him in and it freaked me out so bad. JFK is on my cutting room floor. Great part in it. And then, man, this one kind of shifts around. I'm going to put The Fifth Element on the cutting room floor, even though, like, at first it was in. Like, and it's two that it flops between. Book of Eli made my Mount Rushmore.
Mm.
over Fifth Element. And then those are the ones that kind of flop back and forth. Air Force One, loved him in that.
Mhm.
Great villain. And then the last two, Prisoner of Azkaban, like just a great
Yeah.
showcase. Like everybody gets to see who he is. And then I didn't just go with Alfred. Normally I'll just say like Alfred. I picked one in particular. I picked The Dark Knight Rises in particular because I think he does his best job in The Dark Knight Rises because that's the one where he's kind of dealing with the inner turmoil of knowing exactly what Batman had done and what Harvey Dent had done, and kind of brought like extra acting, just like to this movie, like in the iPad scene. He kind of brought extra acting that was unnecessary.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And this one was also on my cutting room floor. Like, I love this movie, obviously. It's just he didn't have a huge part.
This wasn't on mine.
Yeah. This one didn't make it only because his part was smaller. But all right, it's all you, Gary Oldman, Mount Rushmore.
I'll go with Don. Do you know what's weird? I don't know. I overlooked this, and I've only seen it once, but I know he was just playing a wacko in an Air Force One. I didn't have it on there. I'm putting it on now though because I overlooked that.
It's great. Get off my plane.
Darkest Hour. Have you seen Darkest Hour?
Mm-hmm.
I liked history stuff.
Yeah.
Full transformation. I think he's great in that.
I've never seen that one. I had to think of that one.
That's what he won his Oscar for.
I know. Yeah. I need to go back and watch that.
I'm putting that on there.
Yeah.
That's very good.
I remember Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy bored me. I remember that.
I have 2-3 movies that I have seen, but I don't remember anything about them except the one thought in my mind is that I'm pretty sure Gary Oldman was really good.
Okay.
Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy is one of them.
Yeah.
Mank.
Never
is David Fincher on Netflix. It's about the making of, I guess, Mankiewicz is his last name.
Yeah.
He wrote the script for Citizen Kane.
Okay.
And I just remember, like, the only thing I remember is that Amanda Seyfried's in it too. The only thing I remember is that he's just really good in it. Like, it's not a great movie or anything. Or it's like a film type.
Sure.
Like, you got to really.
Sure. Yeah, I didn't know enough of his, like, films.
Yeah.
I knew mostly his popcorn roles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got to, like, but he's giving, like, a very good, like, big performance. I think he's like an alcoholic, and he's kind of like always got some smart remark for people.
I know a lot of people would mention True Romance. He was crazy in that movie.
That's in my... That, again, I don't remember as much from that. And that he's playing... You can't believe it's the same person.
Yeah.
Playing it. That was on. So that was the one I'm like, I guess I'll bump that off.
Yeah.
Because he just has a small part in it, but he's insane.
But it's one of the roles he's most known for.
Yeah.
Because it's nothing like Gary Oldman at all.
No.
And nothing like any other.
He's a weird character.
I can't remember his name. It was crazy.
And then I was thinking, is he one of like the law enforcement, or is he one of the crazy people in Lawless? There's a lot of crazy people in
I can't remember Lawless.
Jason Clarke is crazy in it as well. And so is Tom Hardy's great. Anyways.
Yeah. I remember. So Lawless is one of those movies. I remember how I felt after watching it. Like, man, that was great. But I can't remember the movie. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like, I just can't remember it. It's one that I probably at some point want to go back and rewatch.
Yeah, I remember Shia LaBeouf. Like, every movie he's in he's crazy in that. And I'm pretty sure he was actually acting insane on the set as well. But he's great in it.
I've got to do a Shia movie at some point because
Transformers.
I could do Transformers. I could do Peanut Butter Falcon. I could do, like, he's got so many
Holes
that I enjoy. I've never seen Holes.
Oh,
I think it was after me.
Like, you missed that a little bit.
I missed out on that one, just age reasons.
Drexel Spivey is his name. Drexel.
That was Gary Oldman's name in True Romance, which was written by Tarantino.
Yes.
Film people would know that, but people that don't care wouldn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah. Shia's got a lot.
He's got a ton.
A lot of good. iRobot. It's a good movie.
iRobot, Fury.
Oh, you ever want to do Fury?
Fury's
get me on here. I love Fury.
Yeah, I mean, like, he does not. He gets thought of as the crazy Shia now, but they're for like a 5 or 6 year run. Well, Disturbia.
The thing is, he was already. I think Fury's one of them too. He was acting insane on the set.
Yeah, he was still being cast.
He was going through personal issues, but it was also like it helped make his performance better too.
Right.
So, anyways.
Right.
Okay. I'm trying to remember where I'm at now. Okay, so I said Air Force One, Darkest
Yep.
Hour. I
Yep.
said Dark Knight. I do kind of agree with you on Dark Knight Rises,
He was
but
great in both of
I feel
those.
like he does a little more Dark Knight. He's interacting with
Mhm.
Batman. He's
Mhm.
doing like some funny stuff. He's doing some serious stuff. He's having to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
But Dark
I
Knight
just
Rises,
rewatched that series. He's really good in all three.
he has the stuff with
Yeah.
his family at the end
Yeah.
too, which is
Yeah.
good.
Pointed at me, Harvey.
Yeah. Just put the gun down. That that is good. And then I had Sirius Black. That's a good. I read the
Such a
Harry
good-
Potter
yeah.
books. You know, I think that's like an easy performance for him to give. He's just
Yeah.
kind of like, you think he's crazy. He's not. He's a good character.
Yeah. So when we finally sit down and do the Harry Potter series, like,
Yeah.
and I know this is not a hot take. This is like everybody's take. But the fact that he's yelling in his, like the what is it, like the picture that they show?
Yeah.
Like, of course everybody's gonna think you're a killer.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Yeah, he's acting insane.
Yeah, you're acting insane in that
So
picture.
crazy,
Yes. Like, but go ahead. I'm sorry. That's not a hot take. That's a everybody take.
So I'm saying Air Force One, Darkest Hour, Dark Knight, Sirius Black. I mean, Harry
Yeah.
Potter, Prisoner
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Azkaban.
I know what you mean.
I guess is
Yeah.
the first one he's in.
Yeah. I said Alfred. I meant Commissioner Gordon earlier.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Correct you.
No,
I
correct
knew
me.
you knew who it was.
Please correct me.
Well, but then you
Yeah.
described Commissioner
Yeah.
Gordon. I will
Pointed
say
at me, Harvey.
I will say this: his best performance in anything. I'm not recommending watching this because the language is very, very strong.
Sure.
On
We actually like bad language on this show.
on Apple TV. Do
Yeah.
VidAngel this, you won't hear a single word. He's in a show on Apple TV called Slow Horses.
Okay.
That is like it's MI5,
Mhm.
which is like the FBI for
British.
yes. And he's playing. It's like a group of kind of the cast-offs,
Yeah.
and he's being very British. And he's like, his hair is long. He's fat. He's like disgusting, and he's so mean to everybody.
Really?
And he's great now. It's a show,
He's
though.
good in everything.
Yeah,
Like
he
the
is.
guy can do everything. Like
Yeah.
he's shown that. He's best in villain roles. Like, but he was even funny when he showed up on Friends. Like he had one episode on Friends
Oh,
and he was playing an actor
yeah.
with Joey, and he's the one that would try to get him to do the spit acting where they're
Yeah.
like spitting on each other the whole time.
Yes.
Yeah, take the potatoes. You know?
Yes.
But yeah. What a guy. What a guy. So what was your final four? It was Sirius.
Prisoner of Azkaban,
Yeah.
Sirius Black, Dark Knight, Commissioner. I don't know if he's the commissioner the whole time. Jim
Yeah.
Gordon.
No, he got promoted.
Yeah, within the movie.
Yeah.
He's lieutenant at
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Darkest Hour, Churchill,
Yeah.
Air Force One, whatever his character's name.
So the
is.
one you would tell me to put on my list is Darkest Hour. I need to put that on my movie watch list.
Yeah. Once again, I've seen it once. I feel like it's a big. It's good in general, especially if you like history.
Yeah.
But it is a big like specific. It's very like it was made to win him an Oscar.
Yeah.
Like it's just his performance. Like
Yeah.
it's not like the movie's gonna just bring you in and you're gonna be in love with it.
Sure.
A note to connect these two movies, though.
There we go.
Do you know who played Churchill in the Crown Netflix series?
Was that Lithgow?
Lithgow?
Yeah. So we had two Churchills.
He's also weirdly, a lot of people think he's better than Oldman, even though he's an American. But
Do you think Woody Harrelson ever get to play Churchill that way?
I'd pay money to see that.
I would
but
watch
I doubt it.
Yeah. That would be more like the Naked Gun version of Churchill, like
Yes.
Woody Harrelson getting to play him. But
Cowboy Churchill.
yes, like it would be nice to see, because we've had Lithgow from the first one, Oldman from this one, just somebody from the third. Just
Yeah, somebody.
I like things being completed.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, perfect. Well, we had one last chance for peace, and I think we kind of found it. We did. They didn't. We did. And then we'll come back for the third one at some point. You never know if we do a movie in between. Yeah, we may get froggy and have to do
Sure.
something else in between.
Sure.
But man, this was fun. Any closing thoughts on Dawn of the Planet of the Apes?
No thoughts. It was fun.
Perfect. One last chance for peace.
Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to bump us up in the algorithms. You can send my dad any suggestions of movies you'd like for him to cover at themoviepick@aol.com. Thank you for listening.